Hello everybody, a very warm welcome to the ride then. Bucks FC host the FBC5 in the last video match day of the Westie TV Champions League stage. What an incredible journey it's been all the way to this point. And well, Bucks FC can't qualify anymore for the quarter-final stage, but they are still in a chance of the playoffs and getting a good position. The FBC5, however, is still in a shot at the quarter-finals, but they need a miracle. So, is tonight that miracle coming? Right then, let's get down to business. Bucks FC, well, no changes since last time out. Tyler Smith still takes the right-hand side. Gene Tipping on the bench again. Leo Spinks is captain in goal. Devil, Ross, Johnson and Dawson. Skinner, Bedford, Constance and Smith. Rodriguez and Fraser Garden starts up front once again. Big night then for the boys from Wycombe. Wycombe Wanderers couldn't get into the playoffs, unfortunately. League One this year, but neither could Walsall. But the FBC5 in the meantime, they've had a interesting run, a bit of a mixed season. 3 wins, 1 draw, 5 losses. It hasn't been the best for them, but they've really made the most of it. Timothy Hayes then starts in goal. Softer and Almas Paslic start on the bench. Hayes, Mulligan, Corlone, Baker and Hanley, Joker, Sadles, Taylor, Austin Lusko, Matic and Firestrix start up front after an excellent debut last time out. Matic still after his goal, the first goal of this season. Well then, let's get down to business. These teams have some rivalry. What is the Gene Tipping derby? Was the comments from Andrew Matic when last came to this place in the Charity Cup last year. Now then, here's Smith. Brought in, Fraser Garden hit into face of Cappage, and well, it was wide. Daniel Baker, excellent block to stop Fraser Garden's volley early on. The FBC, and well, I think that was Timo Deheze telling Daniel Baker to get the ball, so take this quickly, but I don't think that was well received by the Belgian international. Rumours he's competing with Senna Lamens and Thibaut Courtois at the World Cup this year for the number 1 spot. It's never good having 3 number 1s, and I'm sure the Belgian manager will work it out eventually ahead of their group games in the United States. Mulligan, Ross, Joker falls for Lusko, and it's a brilliant goal. FBC5 lead on the night. And when it's a debut goal for Austin Lusko, it was parried by Leo Spinks, and well, couldn't get across in time to save that one. And smashed into the camera. There we go. Well, there we have it. Lusko scores again. Gary Constance, Tyler Smith. Well, Bucks FC, this is not good for them. Of course, it does mean they want to stay 11th as it stands, but they will have to outscore the Aussie Lions if they want a better playoff position. Of course, we'll have a live table next week on Tuesday. Don't miss that, the big live event. 6 games, all commentated back to back. Covering match day 11. All the excitement, all the things they need. to reach either the quarterfinals or into the playoffs. FBC5 around the midfield now. Lusko, Matic, Firestrix, and Deverell gets in the way. Fraser Garden, Rodri, Skinner. Garden caught offside with the referee, and that's very well done there from the assistant referee, catching Fraser off guard. Well, that's 2 new signings then for the FBC5, scoring in the space of 2 fixtures. Firestrix with the goal last week, and then also you got Austin Lusko tonight. Here is Lusko again. Good position on the edge of the area. Owen Taylor, Strix dispossessed. Taylor getting it back. Deverell and Bedford looking to try and move it forward. Skinner. Dawson into Smith. Here's Smith. Garden! Brilliant goal. There's one back for Bucks FC. And it's a dent in the FBC5's hopes of the quarterfinals. Put across the box. Fraser Garden slots it away and it slots it home. And that puts them back on level terms then. And the FBC5 are back to square one. Owen Taylor. Pablo Corleone. Ahmed Joker in the middle now, brought into Firestrix. Ahmed Joker wide to Joe Mulligan. Joker again, Matic. Laid off for Sardelis. Cuts out, Bucks FC with mix up in the area. And Spinks just hacks it away. You can see off camera, giving a stick to Ollie Ross for that one. Here's Rodri. Thrown for Bucks FC now. We're coming up on the stroke of half time, and well, there's not long left to go this first half. Can Bucks FC take something in? Mulligan headed down to Timo de Heze, and that will be probably the last action of this half. Here's Owen Taylor. Lusko into Ross Hanley, and that will be the half-time break announced by the referee. 15 minutes to see they can plan something together to find a breakthrough goal at the end. Fraser Garden with the goal to equalise it up. Austin Lusko on the FBC5 side. Half-time here, Bucks FC 1, FBC5 1. Welcome back everybody, second half underway here in Wickham, and well, the Rye playing host to the last game of the season for the Bucks FC boys. They're not back here until the playoffs now. And well, it's not an easy thing to go away on your final match day when you really need it. Here's Owen Taylor. That's how by Scott Bedford, gets in the way. And Ollie Ross booting up forward. Well, this could be the last time we see Bucks FC in the competition. In Westie TV competition this year, but I really hope it isn't. Here's Mulligan across to Matic, and oh, he chose to be selfless in the box. Mulligan. Matic back to Mulligan, and that is offside. It has not been the season Andrew Matic has wanted. I think he's played 11 and he hasn't scored a single goal. I say 10 games, sorry, he's not scored a single goal yet. It's a little bit of a shock, I must say, for some of the regular viewers here at Westie TV. Matic, of course, scored against Napoli in the Charity Cup earlier last year, and well, feels like it's 12 months. It was 12 months nearly now ago that the Charity Cup did come into conception. Here's Dawson whipping the ball into Skinner. Weak header, but Timo Deheze had it covered. Sardless. Oskin Lusko. Firestrix. Gary Constant with a tackle to block it. It falls back into FBC5 hands. Got to get Matic involved somehow here. Here's Mulligan. Here's Lusko. That's out by Deverell, and it's hacked forward for Fraser Garden. Sardless. Brought into Firestrix. Strix. Here's Lusko again! Smashed home by the American, and the FBC5 have the lead again. I'll tell you what, he gave all the power on that. Whew. That has... Oh, Spinks, poor man, had no chance. And Austin Lusko, his second goal of the game, and well, a hat-trick could be pending. Here's Scott Bedford. It's from Gary Constance. Rodri playing it on to Bedford again. Mulligan. Oh, you see that? That's the possession. It's just been there for the FBC5 today. And it will be, unfortunately for Bucks FC, it's either going to be 11th or 10th. The Aussie Lions, of course, dropped down to 10th too with the FBC5. Picking up this result today. Matic. Ahmed Joko, great save by Spinks. Had a bit of dip and a bit of whip on that one. Austin Lusko, it's not going to be a hat-trick today. Almas Pasalic comes on, and well, Gene Tipping's also coming on for, I think it's Tyler Smith. Oh, Scott Bedford, sorry. Thought it was Tyler Smith. How can you take Tyler off? It's a silly assumption. Anyways, 10 minutes to go here. Pablo Corleone played on, and Firestrix can't quite keep it in, and well, I think he was caught offside anyways. Here's Lusko's goal again. Crashed off the underside of the bar. That's a astounding finish. Well, maybe the FBC5 do have something to give in this next period. Skinner. Rodri onto Dawson. And Fraser Garden dispossessed. That's probably going to be the last shot. Of course, it does play into next week, of course. The FBC5 will stretch out a lead that the Bucks FC team cannot get beyond them. Here's Matic. Ahmed Joker. Owen Taylor trying to knock it through, and well, that will be it. Surely that's got to be it. Full time, the FBC5 have bagged 3 points. A big 3 points too. It takes them up to 9th in the table above the Aussie Lions. It means it's going to be a big position change maybe next week. They can still qualify for the quarter-finals. And they've got it all to do against Bayern next week. Marseille host Bucks FC next week. But at full time here tonight, Bucks FC 1, FBC5 2.